Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm so always happy to see you here. And just to remind you to please like and share my videos, and you can leave me a comment or send me an email, and the email address is below. So the topic today is the power of choices. And I know that you all hate making choices, but this is different. This is imperatively important, if I can say it that way. So first, this morning I happened to get a poem, intuition, because that's how my poems are. I channel them from my higher masters. And so they would like me to read it to you. So the title is Choices. Can you even imagine how our lives would be if we were all filled with unconditional love, peace, and harmony? This is where we are headed. Keep your thoughts and visions high to attract all that you can imagine. You need not hide. Our land is beautiful on every turn. Up to you to make it so. Take your old thoughts, burn, burn, burn. Let us all awaken to truths. Stop living the lies. Beauty's prize. Rolling hills, green earth, purple skies. Colorful delights right before your eyes. Only you can create this. No one else can do this for you. Just think, you can now walk in heaven, even if others walk depressed and blue. Be the change you want to see. It's all up to you. So, that is what this is about. Making the choice to change your life or stay the same. And the reason why I'm telling you how important this is, because the world is changing whether you like it or not. And you want to be part of this, because if you're not part of it, then I don't want to say you will suffer, but in certain ways that you will. Especially if you haven't been listening to my videos and you're new to my channel, that's what I speak about, is the new world. So think about this. Way, way back, not even that far ago. I mean, it could be like 5-10 years ago. But let's just go way back. When you were a child, life was completely different than it is now. Everyone could get away with everything, and it didn't seem to matter because the world was changing, but not so visual or knowing to all of you. So let's put it this way. Of course, you're going to have a knee-jerk reaction of everything you've been taught. And so this is the difference. It's time to make the choice to live in harmony, because the opposite of harmony is disharmony. To be peace, the opposite of that is war. To be and feel unconditional love, and the opposite of love is hate. You can choose to be happy, choose to be sad. You make these choices and you don't even realize it. It's you can be full of health or full of disease. You can live in an abusive environment, relationship, or you can break away and be free. Relationships with others is how you can attract loving people to you or attract lessons to you. Because other people who challenge you, who are not maybe what you say are not nice to you, they're really just mirroring you and showing you what you need to change about yourself. So this is about trust or separation. So you trust what you're guided to go to, or you pay no attention to your gut, your intuition, and you just keep on living your free will choices and reacting from old paradigms, old memories, old ways of being, old ways of living. And which brings you to you are separate or you are one. And you're not separate. Every single person on this planet is part of you, is you. And so old programs is do for others and not for yourself. And that's why we don't do that. You always have to come from yourself first, because everything comes from within and goes out. So it ties in with what you think. And what you think and what you believe is what you were brought up to think and what you were brought up to believe. So now you need to make this choice. And it's not hard, but it's only up to you. So other people don't ever do anything to you. And, we just had an election and everyone wants the president or whoever, the city, the state, to make their life better. And they're not going to do that. Only you can make your life better. None of these people have any power over you, but you think they do, so you give them power over you, which is the choice. You make the choice, even if you're not aware of it, even if you don't think in those terms, that's how it is. So your perception is what you see, and you see different things than what I see or somebody else sees. Your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, your family, your parents. It's about you growing, changing, loving yourself. You make that choice. And, because I say we hate to make choices, we just don't want to be bothered with it. First, you just need to understand that you react to the programs that you were raised on. So in order to make the right choices, you need to realize in your heart that those need to change and that there is a better life out there for you and you're responsible for it. It's so easy to go outside of yourself for healing, go outside of yourself for money, go outside of yourself for friends, go outside of yourself for love, when everything starts from within. And it comes from within and what you think and what you draw to you. So if you live the old way of thinking, then you keep staying in that rut. You keep drawing those issues that you're trying to get away from to you. So seriously, we are multi-dimensional. And what does that mean? There's a lot of things that I discuss with you that you cannot logically put it together. It's not logical. We've also been raised to be logical, which is okay in some instances, of course, but not in this situation. Nobody can figure this out because our minds, our brains aren't programmed that way at this time, but they're becoming that way. Once you open up to yourself, to your intuition, to your higher self. That's the biggest, easiest thing to do. Connect to your higher self. You don't even need to make a choice when you are having a relationship with your own higher self. So your higher self is multidimensional, which means that, let's just put it this way. You pay money to a psychic to find out about a job, a relationship, your house, where I should live, where I should move. Should I do this? Should I do that? And you got to pay money for that, and you don't always get the correct answer. And one thing you need to know is we're just energy, and energy changes like that. So what is good for you now in 5 minutes just might change. And so a psychic can give you a seed, and then you start thinking about it, and then you have an expectation. If the expectation doesn't happen, you're upset. And then who do you blame? The psychic, because that's what we do. We just blame everybody else but ourselves. And it's okay to talk to psychics about certain things, but in this situation, what I'm talking about is only ask your higher self. Let your higher self make your choice. You don't have to make the choices. This goes back to my last, not my last video, but a few before this one about releasing control. So now you want to make a choice. What is on the internet about everything? What to eat? What's the best for your body? What vitamins you should take? And then you go to the doctor and you ask the doctors and all this garbage, whatever. Nobody knows you but your higher self, because your higher self is your multidimensional self. And think about it this way. A psychic has a vision that's higher than maybe yours, okay? So if you were on the street standing next to a high-rise building, and let's say you were downtown in a big city, and all you could see when you look around is just buildings, but you don't see what's behind the building, right? But if, a psychic could stand on, it'd be like they're standing on top of the building, and then they can see out much further than you can. And so then you might not know it's coming, but a psychic would go, oh, there's a person who's driving a black limo, and they're going to be in front of your street in about 10 minutes. I'm just making this up. But do you get my point? So they see that. Now, when you connect to your higher self goes to all the dimensions. Now, remember, we're on a dimension. This earth is now the 5th dimension. And the 5th dimension is heaven. The 5th dimension is peace, love, harmony. The 5th dimension is being around people who are only about love. And they do not attack you. They do not challenge you. They do not do any of those things to you, because you're love. You're all about unconditional love, and you draw that to you. And when you go off your path, someone will come into your life and challenge you. And instead of getting upset with that person, you step back and go, thank you for coming to my life and showing me what I need to change about myself. Anyway, so your higher self is on all dimensions. And Jesus is on probably the 10th or 11th or 12th dimension. And you can be with him, but you need to raise your vibration, because that's what we're here to do, is to learn and grow and learn and grow and learn and grow and raise our vibration to the point where you don't even have to be on this planet. This is a school. This is not an easy planet to be on, but that's all changing. That's completely changing. So don't even worry about that. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. Anyway, it's all about choices. Again. So let's just talk about Thanksgiving. Maybe you don't want to go to your family gatherings because you never have a good time. Maybe there's a lot of things that you do in your life out of guilt. Guilt is old thinking. Guilt brings on negative energy. It's just a whole process. You attract negative energy, then you get depressed, and then you just stay in your house and you cry all day and you just hate life. That's what we do. But if you're in love, you use your guidance, you trust your higher self, and you only follow it. Because your higher self is your master guide. Your higher self knows everything about you. It knows your body. It knows what's best for you to eat, what's best for you to do. If you should go to your family for Thanksgiving, if you should go on this trip, if you should go to Europe. Everyone has just been about fear and worry and stress. And, you can't let the past rule your present moment. Time isn't real. The only real time is in the present. So in the present moment, you wake up. You're present. And now you can think about all the things that you're grateful for. You can practice loving yourself because it takes a process. You want this to be your knee-jerk reaction instead of your old knee-jerk reaction, which is, I hate her, I hate him, I hate my job, I hate life. He did this to me, she did that to me. She talks behind my back. He doesn't do what he's supposed to do. Men suck, blah, 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 blah. I'm poor. I have no place to live. I'm sick. I'm always sick. I have no friends. All of that is not where you want to live your life anymore. Those are the thoughts that you want to get rid of. You want to only speak positive words and think positive things. Let's say you're homeless. Of course, obviously, if you're homeless, you wouldn't be watching my video. But, my point is, it's not a sentence for you. You got yourself in the situation. You can get yourself out of any situation. All about knowing that you have the power to do it. You've always had the power to be about unconditional love because when you came here, you were unconditional love. It's just all the density and the darkness and the fear-based thoughts and programs that have been pounded into you. So it just becomes who you are, who we are, who I've been. But I'm not that person. But I took the time to spend training myself to be better, to have a good life. Now, I don't worry about a thing. I don't even get sick. And if something starts to enter into my body right away, I'm okay. I am healed. I am healthy. I don't go, oh my God, something's coming. Something negative, something fear-based. That's your knee-jerk reaction. Make being positive, being love, your knee-jerk reaction. Because in reality, we're all one. And there's so much good things happening. And the reason I think that my guides wanted me to bring this up today is because major changes are about to unfold. And if you live in the dark, if you live in fear, then this is going to shake you to your core and you will be so off balance, you won't even know what to do. So, go to your higher self. If you forget anything that you learned or that you tried to practice to be this person, go straight to your higher self. And I do this. My higher self prepares my meals. My higher self tells me how much money I need. My higher self gets the money that I need, is what I meant to say. My higher self tells me if I need a vitamin or a pill or not or whatever. My higher self tells me the food I need to eat for that day, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. It's only about me and my higher self. It's not about anyone else. And, you know, being a face on the internet, you know, having an open Facebook page, there's a lot of people who try to friend me, a lot of men who come after me. And seriously, I don't know who these men are. And from my past experiences, I have intertwined myself with wrong men because I used my free will and I didn't trust myself, my higher self. So now, if somebody wants to, you know, be with me, I ask my higher self. Because I personally, me, Maxine, does not know. But my higher self says no, and I stop. I end it. That's it. And that's who I listen to. So you see, it's really freeing. You want to move and you don't know where to move, and you can stress over all of that. Where should I live? What choices should I need to make? You don't need to. You want a fairy godmother? You want an angel? You want sprinkled stardust all over you? Ask your higher self. Is Denver the place for me? Is Mount Shasta the place for me? Do I stay here? Do I move? You know, they're all yes and no questions unless you have the ability to hear it, because I'm sure a lot of you do, but it's becoming like more voices in my head telling me, no, don't go there, do this. I mean, so I know that in the near future, my higher self and I are going to be so connected that I'm going to get the messages in my head more so than me having to sway. Now, if you've never seen any of my videos, I will remind you again, you always say this: I am connecting. See, everything is positive. I am connects you with the source. I am connects you with God's source energy. I am is power. I am connecting to my higher self on all dimensions. I am connected. I am now connected to my higher self. And when you're connected, you are yes is forward and no is back. But you need to always do that. And once you connect, if you get a phone call or something else comes up, I don't care what it is, you get distracted or whatever, then other entities will come and answer you. So you need to reconnect and make sure you are always connected to your higher self. And I've been finding this out when I get dual answers. So always make sure you are connected. And then your life is easy. Because what? You've been trained to worry about finances, to worry about work, to worry about retirement, to have the money, to, you know how many people have been on that path and they never even made it to retirement, and they hoarded their money and they saved their money and they never did anything because they were so fearful that when they retired they wouldn't have enough money. And then some of them got sick and passed away and never even made it to retirement. So you never live into your future. You create your future in the present moment. My life is always blissful and I'm always happy, and then you will be. My man always brings me chocolates, and then he will. Not he never does. But do you see? This is how life is. It's so easy, so simple. It's your destiny, it's your path. It's part of you. This is who you truly are. You truly are love. You truly are peace. You're veiled. You're masked is all it is. Remove your mask. Remove your veil. Step out of the past. Live in your present moment. And change your knee-jerk reactions to positive affirmations. And make this choice now to only follow your higher self. Your body becomes your pendulum. You see, it's free advice. It's free direction. And if you do something and you don't think it's right, you need to trust the fact that it is right. Don't deny it. And please follow it. This is so important. This message is plastered all over Facebook by other people. So it's confirmation. Not that I need confirmation. Maybe you need confirmation. I don't know. But this is what you need to do. And this is my message today. There are good things happening. Everything that looks negative is positive. Don't listen to negative stuff. Don't chime in against your presidents and the city and all the stuff that goes on. Stay out of it. Stay away from it. Go back to being a child. There's nothing you need to know but to surround yourself in love. Surround yourself in peace. Surround yourself in harmony and manifest whatever you want. A car, a relationship, finances, whatever. You do it. You stop it, you create it. You are that powerful. So be smart and realize the gifts that you have. All of you have. And realize if you're struggling at this point, figure out what thought you had and how you created this, because you do it all. So if you want to get mad, you can get mad at yourself, but don't get mad at anyone else. Nobody else. Everything happens for a reason. You are always protected. You are always guided. And you don't know the reason for every single thing that goes on. You trust. That's what you need to do. And in a blink of an eye, if all of you went on this path, bam, the world you would not recognize. Trust me. And in the very near future, I just want to remind you, all the negatives that you are about to witness, all the truth that is coming forward or about to come forward will piss you off. It could make you angry. And I'm trying to help you now for you to see that that's okay, because everybody has a mission and everybody has a purpose, and don't fall into that negative energy, because that negative energy is so powerful that it will drag you down to the dirt, and that's where you'll be. So stay positive. Know that good things are actually happening, that what looks bad had to happen for the good to come. So now is your chance and your time to trust yourself, only connect with your higher self, only allow your higher self to make all your choices, and know that everything is going to be beautiful, colorful, loving, beautiful. And that's the truth. You all have a blessed day, and thank you very much for joining me.